Welcome back to Chow Time Pods. Your host Red. I got a video from Ni Hao. It's Sasa. I just thought I'd cover something a little different.
In rural China, especially in traditional places like my hometown, many women get married in their early 20s. Ni hao is Sasa. I'm 30 years old this year and I'm still unmarried.
It's a devastating thing for a lot of women in other countries to not be married in their 30s. It really is. In Cambodia, if you're not, it's very hard. And especially single mothers. Single mothers in other countries, especially Asian countries, are seen as almost like a disease in a sense. It's like, ugh, why would you ever date this? I'm not trying to say that, single mothers are that horrible, but that's how a lot of other countries view it.
In the city, this may not sound like a big deal, but here, 30 feels like a deadline.
Yeah, because there's just not very many people, right? If she aged out and there's only so few men, she aged out.
Every time I come back to my village, my family start to worry about me, especially my grandmother. My grandmother keeps asking if I want to meet a man through a matchmaker. Not really dating, but something much more serious in my hometown.
People like her in the United States would easily get somebody. Like her looks, maybe not the best. Maybe she's like, I would say she's slightly below average as an Asian. But in the West, we just like Asians. So even her looks are good enough for most men out here, and they'd be willing to take care of her.
People warn me that if I don't get married soon, I may be running out of time. They say I might end up alone. And in China, that's even a harsh word for a woman like me, leftover woman.
It's not that harsh.
So today, I want to show you what this pressure really feels.
It's literally just reality of what it is. You're leftover and nobody wants to eat leftovers.
Feels like when you are a 30 years old unmarried woman back in a rural Chinese village. Today, we were making a traditional Chaoshan snack called cai gui. It's made with chopped chai wrapped inside a soft dough skin, then steamed until it becomes chewy and fragrant. My grandma prepared the chai first, and then she started working with the dough. She sprinkled flour on it so it wouldn't stick, pressed them open, and shaped them into a little curve.
Oh, I know this dish. It's okay. I like the sauce that it comes in.
Like a tiny bowl. Then she filled each one with chives and folded close with her hands. I was just watching her quietly because honestly, she's much better at this than me. Her hand moves so naturally.
You can't beat the old Asian ladies at doing old Asian lady things. Come on.
Like she has done this her whole life.
Hell yeah.
But this is also how marriage pressure appears in my family. In the middle of a normal morning where we are making food together. My grandmother asked me again to meet someone through a matchmaker. Blind dates are not always casual in my hometown. Sometimes it feels like the family are checking whether two people are suitable for marriage.
That's how it should be. Like, why would you want to date casually when, of course your parents are going to look at things more for the long term and are vetting things properly. That's how it should be. Right? Why would you not want your parents involved and just like, don't care that they want you to have a good partner or what?
They may ask about your age, your job, your family background, whether the man's family has a house, and sometimes even your 生辰八字, your exact birthday and birth hour, to see if your fate matches.
Yeah, Chinese are super into like astrology, but not the same astrology, but very similar astrology in a sense. It's like, oh, if you were born this year with this thing, you got to match with this person at this year and this thing. It's a whole thing.
My grandparents' marriage started this way too. For their generation, marriage was really about two people falling deeply in love first. It was more about whether two families...
I don't think marriage was really ever about love, in a sense. It was just about the best possible outcomes for you and your family.
Matched, whether life could be stable, whether they could survive together, and whether the marriage made sense practically. To me, this feels very traditional, but for my grandma's generation, marriage was never just about love. It was about stability and having someone to rely on. She worried that if I don't get married soon, I will be too old. Many women my age are already married here, and some already have 2 children. So whenever I come back and marry, people look at me differently. After we finished wrapping the taigui, we brought them into the kitchen to steam.
Damn, that shit looks good. And this is why we always talk about this too. Like, even if she's not as traditional as the other traditional women that are married, she knows how to cook still. Maybe she doesn't know how to make the dumplings as well as her grandma. But you see how traditionally they are overall when it comes to helping cook and things like that. Where you see in here in America, I don't think very many Americans help their parents cook or help their grandparents cook in this fashion and learn how to cook this way. Grandma just fucking iron fisting that shit. Didn't even put fucking gloves on or anything. Just grab those hot ass towels.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's okay by itself. It needs the sauce.
Yeah. Yeah.
This food feels warm and familiar, but at the same time, the conversation made me feel heavy. For her, marriage.
My conversations with my aunts aren't much different, tell you the truth. Like, it's, oh, how's the donut shop? How's the girlfriend? What girlfriend? Oh, so no kids yet, huh? That's most of the conversations. How's the donut shop? How's the girls? Where's the kids?
Means safety. For me, marriage should be a choice.
It is a choice, right? You choose if you want the safety or not. That's the choice.
Later, I brought some of the chai gui to my auntie. When I arrived, she was frying tofu for lunch.
I'm telling you, she looks okay, right? But I'm sure a lot of you guys that are watching are gonna be like, damn, I'd marry her. Because you probably would. Like, yes, I think Asian features, even if it's not like average, but towards Asian features, are still very like sexy, attractive features, I guess. It's hard for me to say. But it also could be just because my ass is Asian too, when I like Asian features.
My auntie is one of the most hardworking women I know. She and my uncle also met through a blind date. In a traditional village like mine, a good wife is not only expected to love her husband, she's
I mean, yeah.
expected to cook, clean, take care of children, respect the elders, and keep the whole household running. If she cannot do this thing, people may quietly judge her as not capable enough. Watching my auntie, I realized marriage here is not just about finding a partner. Sometimes it means entering a lifelong role.
What do you think being an adult is? That itself is a lifetime role, by the way. I don't know what that is. Like rice cakes?
After spending the morning with my grandma and auntie, I keep thinking about one question. Why do
See how their life is. It's just a little bit more simpler than ours. Like they're very more family oriented. Even though she doesn't have a family herself, she visited her grandma, her parents, and then she went to go visit her aunt. Brought food from the grandma to the aunt. It's a very family oriented culture.
I live in my rural hometown? It's not because rural life is bad. But for women, especially in traditional family, the path can feel very narrow. There is even a saying in Chinese, a married daughter is like water poured out. It means once a woman gets married, she belongs more to her husband's family than her own. In my
True.
hometown, marriage can also involve bride price, dowry, gold jewelry, banquet, and a lot of family expectation. On the surface, it looked like tradition, but sometimes it can feel like a daughter's value is being measured. If the bride price is high, people may say the daughter married well. If the dowry is too small, some people may look down on the woman in her husband.
I can see this. I can totally see this, right? Just like this is very similar to first dates thing, like he took me out on an expensive first date. Oh, he values me or she's valuable. Oh, he took me onto a walk date. He sees me, he doesn't see me valuable. Like very similar.
Husband's family. This is the part I find very cruel. A woman leaves her own family, enter another family, and still has to prove that he's worth it. In the village, some people marry early even when they don't have much money. I used to find this hard to understand, but here, marriage is not only about two young people starting from zero. Many couples live with the husband's parents. The grandparents may help with children, food, housing, and daily expense. So the family system supports marriage, but it also pushes women into it earlier. After marriage, a woman is expected to have children, take care of the household, respect the elders, and sacrifice for the family.
You're always expected to respect elders.
Some women may not even have much space for their own career or identity. And in some
Why does they need their own career? They're taking care of the family. The identity part, I can somewhat agree with you.
traditional family, divorce is still seen as shameful, especially for women. A divorced woman may face gossip, judgment, and the feeling that she has failed. In my hometown, even the ancestral hall reminds me of this difference. In many old family traditions, the family line is carried by men. Men have names, ancestor, tablets, and a place in the clan. Women often marry out and disappear into another family's line. This is why when people ask me why I don't live here, I don't know how to explain it simply. I love my hometown, but I don't want my life to become smaller just because I'm a woman.
Do you think it's better in a big town? Do you think you're not smaller because you're a woman there? Like, there's very few options other than working for the rest of your damn life. And you can see some of the Western ideas and thought process that she has. She really thinks that working and doing all these other things are going to be better than the house life. See, China's pretty clean overall. Not too bad. When I first visited, I thought it was going to be dirty, smoggy, and stuff like that, but it's not that bad, in the cities at least. In the rural areas are probably a lot worse. And she's super Americanized, like Westernized, because look, everywhere she goes, she kind of plops the phone when eating and doing all this just to record herself. So she definitely has two phones, or a camera and a phone. Can't be helped.
If you think a cashless society is a luxury only found in modern city, you're wrong. Right now, I'm having a budget dinner in a regular Chinese village. Even here, it's humble outdoor food store. Everything is complete cashless.
Yeah, their cashless society is kind of cool and convenient, but also a shitload of surveillance. So there's that, right? People aren't going to get mugged and stuff because people don't have cash anymore. But you're going to get surveillance for every single purchase and everything you do. So there's a lot of give and there's a lot of take.
Real convenience shouldn't be a luxury for the rich. It's when the most affordable places in the countryside are just as efficiency as the city. Okay, so I'm gonna have my dinner.
pretty good. 4 dollars, man. I love China. China was pretty awesome visiting. Just like the food. Again, it's a dream to have Chinese food in China, and then Korean barbecue in Korea. It was a great year last year.
At night, while eating rice noodles in town, I felt very grateful. My parents left the village and built a life in Shenzhen. Because of them, I didn't grow up completely inside the system. I saw more, I study more, I work, earn my own money, and earn that a woman's life can have more than one path. If I had grown up here, maybe I would already be married, maybe I would have children, maybe I would think this is just what life is supposed to be. I don't want to judge women who choose marriage early, but I also don't want to marry just because I'm afraid of being called leftover. I still believe in
See, she hasn't even thought about the future. All she's thought about is, I don't want to be called leftover. You haven't thought about the working forever. You haven't thought about paying all the bills for the rest of your life. You haven't thought about the companionship. You haven't thought about the kids. All you seem to care about is the title of leftover woman. You don't want to be called that. There's a lot more things that are about to come on you.
love. I still believe marriage can be beautiful, but I want marriage to be a choice, not a deadline.
It becomes a deadline because you have to have the other person choose you, and they expect something, usually fertility. And you.
After dinner, I went back home. My auntie came over with some bayberry.
Bayberries? What's bayberries? Oh, okay.
And the women in my family sat together, drinking tea, eating fruit, and chatting. Watching them, I felt both warm and happiness. I love this kind of family closeness,
But yet you don't want one of your own to do this very similar. Like, you do realize you won't have this.
but I also know I don't want my life to be decided by marriage pressure, age, or what a woman is supposed to become. I can love my hometown and still choose a different path. Thank you so much for watching, and
Sorry, Saza, but life is just gonna get harder and harder as you age, and to be able to find a partner and to find someone to get married. That's why they tell you to get married early. It's not that you can't choose to marry later, it just becomes ultra difficult to be married later because most people, they want kids, and you're probably not going to be able to give them the same type of kids that they're looking for. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. I really appreciate that, and catch you guys next time. Ciao.